If you have been online lately, you have probably seen these strange-looking plush toys popping up everywhere. From little girls to grown women, Labubu dolls have completely taken over the internet. Influencers, celebrities, and even artists are all flaunting these creepy, cute monsters, hyping them up to their fans like they're the next big thing. Labubu dominated 2025, but before you rush out to buy one, you need to finish this video first. Because what most people don't realize is that there's a much darker influence behind this so-called cute toy. And once you see the truth about these monster plushies, you might want to stay far, far away. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about the dark truth about the Labubu toys. But before we begin, I just wanted to let my Patreon members know that I will be dropping a new video later tonight about the Iran situation, the Epstein cover-up, and how it all ties into the New World Order. If you're one of my members, make sure you're on the lookout for this one, because it's an important video. If you're not a member, what are you waiting for? Join the truth movement and help me spread the truth. For $3 a month, not only will you be further supporting the channel and helping me make this content, but you would also get access to exclusive content that is too deep for YouTube. So if you want to join the truth movement, you will be able to find the link in the description and in the comment section. I want to thank you all. Now, let's get right into it. If you have been on social media lately, chances are you have seen those Labubu plush toys popping up everywhere. Seriously, you can't scroll for more than a few seconds without running into one of these creepy little monster dolls. The Labubu craze seemed to come out of nowhere just a few months ago, and it's now completely spiraled out of control. People are spending thousands on what honestly looks like worthless plush toys. The real question is, why? What is it about this bizarre little creature that has so many grown adult women hooked? It's almost as if Labubu has them under some kind of spell. For those unfamiliar, Labubu is a monster-themed plush toy sold by Pop Mart, a collectible toy brand. These furry little creatures have big oval eyes, jagged grins, and a mischievous, almost sinister look. Some fans describe them as having an ugly, cute aesthetic, whatever that means. But there's something undeniably off about their expression. They look like they're trying to charm you while plotting something evil. Labubu was created by Hong Kong-born artist Casey Lung, who drew inspiration from Nordic folklore. Originally, Labubu appeared in Lung's The Monster Picture book series, launched in 2015. Later, Pop Mart partnered with him to turn Labubu into a collectible toy line, marketing it through limited edition blind box drops, and that's when the obsession really began. They looked innocent at first, just strange, quirky little plush toys with wide eyes, pointy ears, and unsettling mischievous grins. But everything changed the moment the world saw Lisa from Blackpink post a photo with a Labubu. First, she appeared holding a full-size Labubu plush. Then came a second post, a close-up of the mini Labubu keychain clipped to her designer handbag. Millions of fans saw it, and just like that, the Labubu craze exploded across the globe. And it didn't stop with Lisa. Shortly after, mega celebrities like Rihanna, Kim Kardashian, Lizzo, and Dua Lipa were also spotted with these plush dolls. Whether it was in paparazzi shots, subtle background placements, or Instagram uploads, the message was crystal clear. Labubu is the new trend, and social media followed like clockwork. TikTokers, influencers, fashion bloggers, everyone wanted to be seen with one. What appeared to be just another trendy collectible had become an unstoppable phenomenon. But here's the part that no one's talking about. The rise of Labubu wasn't just some viral coincidence. Behind this plush toy is something sinister, a spiritual darkness carefully disguised behind big eyes and a toothy smile. Most people assume these dolls are just another fad, but the deeper you look into the Labubu's origins, the more disturbing it becomes. The creator claims he was inspired by Nordic folklore, hinting at whimsical forest creatures and trolls. But after diving into the real mythologies of Scandinavia, that claim falls apart. The features of Labubu don't match any known Norse entity. The ears, the teeth, the eyes, they're far more demonic than elfin. What I discovered instead left me shaken. This plush toy seems to be directly inspired by Pizuzu, a demonic figure featured in ancient Mesopotamian world. This isn't just some obscure myth. Pizuzu was a powerful demon god, depicted with the face of a lion or a dog, wings like an angel, clawed limbs, a serpent tail, and a hunched posture that always looks ready to strike. Pizuzu ruled over the southwest wind, a wind believed to bring plagues, famine, disease, and spiritual corruption. His presence was associated with outbreaks of misfortune and possession. But here's where it gets strange. Despite his terrifying reputation, people in ancient Mesopotamia sometimes used images of Pizuzu to protect themselves from other evil forces. They invited one demon into their home to keep the others away. Now tell me that doesn't sound familiar. Labubu, like Pizuzu, is creepy, yet people are calling it cute. It's unsettling, yet it's being sold as a comforting toy. Some even call it a guardian plush. Think about that. The exact same tactic Pizuzu used thousands of years ago to get into people's homes is being repeated today. And this isn't the first time demons have used dolls as vessels. We have seen this before. Annabelle, a seemingly innocent Raggedy Ann doll, was later revealed to be harboring a demonic presence so malevolent that it had to be locked in a glass case by the demonologists Ed and Lauren Warren. Then there's Robert the doll, a handmade toy in Florida said to curse anyone who disrespects it. Visitors report everything from accidents to illness after mocking or photographing it without permission. So why dolls? Because dolls are disarming, especially to children. They feel harmless, familiar, soft, safe, which makes them the perfect vessels. Spiritual entities, especially demonic ones, have long been known to attach themselves to objects that lower our guard. Even in fiction, this idea is reinforced, like the infamous Chucky from Child's Play. Chucky wasn't technically a demon, but he was a serial killer who used occult voodoo magic to transfer his soul into a child's toy. Why? Because no one would expect a child's toy to carry out evil. The doll allowed him to get close to children, close to families, and then strike. This mirrors exactly what's happening now with Labubu and Pizuzu. And it's not just folklore or horror films backing this up. Pizuzu became globally infamous as the demon behind the possession in The Exorcist. That movie was based on a real-life exorcism accounts. The idea of Pizuzu possessing a young girl wasn't just for dramatic effect, it was rooted in ancient beliefs. His spirit is known to target the innocent. So why is the modern world suddenly adoring this entity dressed up in plush and pastel? Why are people proudly displaying what might be a spiritual replica of a demon once feared across entire civilizations? Let's go even further down the rabbit hole. This isn't just about Labubu. This is about a pattern, one that's been happening for decades. We have seen the occult creep into children's toys and games before. Take the Ouija board, a Hasbro board game marketed as fun for teens and sleepovers. But what is it really? A ritual tool used to contact spirits and demons, and millions of kids were encouraged to play with it like it was Monopoly. Or look at the 2000 hit card game Yu-Gi-Oh! It was colorful, competitive, and exciting, but few realized it was packed with occult symbolism and spiritual allegory. For example, the Millennium Puzzle, a prominent symbol in the game, which is literally the Eye of Horus, a powerful symbol from Egyptian occultism used for spiritual control and insight. In the show, it functions as a vessel for ancient spirits that possess the main character, giving him supernatural power. Cards are activated through rituals, summonings occur in magic circles, characters speak in incantations, and challenge each other to battles that mirror real-world spiritual warfare. They even have the Shadow Realm, where the souls of the losers are imprisoned. This is not just a fantasy, it's a thinly veiled reference to the astral plane, an esoteric concept found in Kabbalah, Gnosticism, and occult texts. What looks like a fun game was actually a mass-market introduction to ritual magic. Fast forward to today, and the same tactics are being used, except now, it's a plush toy. Labubu is marketed as quirky, collectible, protective, and harmless. But everything about it, from the demonic grin to the celebrity marketing, echoes the same blueprint, using the occult to create cultural obsession without ever revealing the truth. And guess who they use to kick it off? The people we're trained to admire, trust, and imitate. They flaunt the dolls, post them, smile with them, and just like that, millions of people do the same. Why? Because celebrities have always been used to sell spiritual deception. From music videos filled with occult symbols to hidden meanings in fashion and art, they're the perfect fronts. Labubu isn't trending by accident. It was strategically placed into the hands of influencers and stars to lower your guard, to make you want one, to convince you it's just a toy. But it's not just a toy. It's a spiritual totem, a familiar spirit wrapped in soft fur, designed to feed off your attention, your energy, and your ignorance. The devil doesn't always show up with horns. Sometimes he wears designer and sits in a TikTok shelf. And this is exactly how he moves in the modern world. Through trends, through media, through the things we hand our children. Labubu isn't just a plush. It's a ritual in disguise. A vessel created in the image of an ancient demon being paraded as cute by the very people used to influence us into embracing the dark. So ask yourself, why is this strange looking doll everywhere? Why are adults clinging to it like a sacred object? Why does it carry the exact same energy as demonic spirits that have tormented mankind for centuries? Because ancient evil doesn't die. it reinvents itself. Labubu is the newest disguise. And the saddest part, so many people have already let it into their homes. They've let it near their children. They've paid to bring it closer. They've welcomed it without question. We have to be spiritually vigilant. These dolls aren't just toys. They're a part of a larger plan to spiritually desensitize us, especially the next generation. Protect your home, protect your mind, and protect your children. Because Labubu might look harmless on the outside, but the spirit behind it is anything but. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.